Hi, Tommy Bowlin here. This is like my sixth time making this video. This is a compilation of everything people ask me and things I may have forgotten to put in the video. So hopefully this will answer everybody's questions who are asking me questions afterwards. How do you do this? Does it do that? So let's just jump into it. This is the Marshall DSL40. DSL meaning dual super lead. It has two master volumes. It has two channels with two voicings on each channel. Okay, now these lights have nothing to do with these lights at all. They have nothing to do with them all. All these lights merely are is for your classic gain channel. Green is for clean, red is for crunch on your ultra gain channel. Green is for overdrive 1, red is for overdrive 2. Anybody who owns this amp already knows this, but this might be for the people looking to buy this amp. Okay, now this is for your effects loop. I used to think that this was for Master Volume 2 and that was for Master Volume 1. Boy, was I terribly mistaken. When I first got this amp, I used to change channels, and all of a sudden what would happen is the lights would change. And I'm sitting there thinking, what's going on? Why are the lights changing? Well, I'm going to explain all this to you, okay? This green light here, okay, this is for your Master Volume 1 and Master Volume 2. And this button right here controls that. Okay, when you're on green, your Master Volume 1 is engaged, your Master Volume 2 is disengaged. When you're on red, your Master Volume 2 is engaged, your Master Volume 1 is disengaged. What this is handy for is you would use your green channel, okay, as a rhythm volume. You would use the red as a lead volume. Now notice I like to keep mine past 12 o'clock. I like to keep mine about 1 and about 3 or 4, because when the amp warms up, that really opens the amp up. When the tubes warm up, that really opens the amp up. Okay, it just sounds better for some reason. What's going on here is you have these two channels with two different voicings on each channel, so you have 4 different sounds. Okay, whatever you do on any channel, on any voicing, it's going to remember the last time if you had it on Master Volume 1, Master Volume 2, or if you had the effects loop on. And I'll give you an example. I have it on clean right now. So what I'll do is I'll put that on Master Volume 1. I'll shut my effects loop off. Now I'm going to go to crunch. Notice the red light's on and my overdrive is on. That's because the last time I had it on this channel, that's what I had those set on. So let me turn it to Master Volume 1 and turn my effects loop off. Now when I go to change channels and go back to this crunch channel, it's going to memorize what I did. Now watch when I go to clean. When I go to clean, it memorized that I was on Master Volume 1 and that I had my effects loop off, but I'm going to turn it on. Now I'm going to go to crunch. You remember that I had Master Volume 1 on and my effects loop off. Now watch this. For crunch, I'll turn my Master Volume 2 on. I'll turn my effects loop on. I'm going to go back to clean. It memorized I had it on Master Volume 1 and my effects loop on. Okay, why don't I just, now for my clean, I'm going to turn my Master Volume 2. I'm going to change my crunch. It memorized that I had it on Master Volume 2 with my overdrive, with my loop effects on. Now I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to go back to clean. It memorized that. I'm going to go back to crunch. See, it memorized that I had my loop effects off. Now for my crunch, I'm going to have both of these on. Here's my clean. It memorized. See? Now watch this. This is my clean channel. Okay. I'm going to go to my crunch channel, and it memorized that I had Master Volume 1 and my effects loop on. This works with both your channels and all of your voicings. Like here's overdrive 1. It remembered that I had my master volume 2 on and my effects loop off. But here I'm going to turn my master volume 1 on, my effects loop on. I'm going to turn it on overdrive 2. It remembered that I had my master volume 2 on and my effects loop on. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to turn my effects loop off. I'm going to go back to overdrive 1. See how it remembered that I was on master volume 1, and it remembered my effects loop was on. So this happens with all the channels and voicings. Now, once you've got everything set the way you like it, you do not have to worry. When you shut your amp off and you turn it back on, it's going to remember all your settings. See, there's my overdrive 1, there's my overdrive 2. Here's my clean, and there's my crunch. So it remembered everything. Now I'm going to give you a demonstration. I'm going to put it on overdrive 1. I'm going to shut my effects loop off. And just for the dramatics of this thing, I usually don't set my master volume 1 this low, but I'm just going to do it just for this video. Okay? I'm going to turn the amp on here. Now listen to the difference between master volume 1 and master volume 2. There's master volume 1, master volume 2. Rhythm, lead. Usually I have it like right about there. Okay, so that's nice. And that does it with all the voicings, both of the channels. Whatever you last had it on, it's going to remember what you had these two on. Okay? And the nice thing about this is you can even out these channels because they both have their volume and gains, so you can even them out. You know, so your crunch volume matches your overdrive volumes. But this amp does have one inherent problem. Okay? It's just inherent in the amp. Don't know why, but it's that way. On your classic gain channel, there is a dramatic difference between your clean and your crunch. Give an example. Let's put it on clean. Okay. Now, I'm just going to have it on master volume 1. It does it on both of these. Here's clean. Here's crunch. Clean. Crunch. What a dramatic difference in volume. That's no good for a live situation. I have got a cure for that. Today is the 14th, tomorrow is going to be the 15th. I have a clean boost that's going to be arriving here tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to make a video on how you can put a clean boost in, and you can turn your clean boost on for your clean channel, shut it off, and then even out your volume with your crunch channel. Alright, and you would put that in your effects loop after your delay. You would try to get it as far back in the chain as you can, because delays do not like to be have a clean gain on them. They like a line signal. So if you put your clean before your delay, all of a sudden you're going to turn that clean boost on and your delay is going to be outrageous. Okay, so you want it as far back in your chain as you can get it. Now notice I have a chorus, I have a delay, and I have a reverb pedal only because this amp doesn't give me enough reverb. So I would probably put it in between my reverb and delay, although I'm not totally positive yet, okay, because I don't have that pedal yet, but I'll be going through that tomorrow. I'm not sure how this reverb is going to take a boost. It should be able to take it, but I'm going to come out with a video either on the 15th or 16th, and then I'll absolutely know for sure. Now, if you're playing out, you're definitely going to want this 6-way foot control pedal, because then you'll have access to all of your voicings. Okay? Where the pedal that came with this amp, it only had channel switching, and it only had your effects loop on or off, but channel switching didn't allow you to hands-free just select your voicing. Where this is all hands-free. You select any voicing you want. clean, crunch, overdrive 1, overdrive 2. It lets you turn your master 1 or your master 2 and your effects loop on or off. So definitely, if you're playing out kind of guy, don't go out without it. I have a video on this, okay? I have an instruction video on this. I teach you how to use it completely. It's called the Marshall DSL40CR 6-way foot control tutorial. Between these two videos, it's going to teach you everything you need to know how to operate this amp to its optimal use. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, this video was all the questions were asked of me in my first 3 videos, and I decided to answer them in this one. But if you have any questions, feel free to reply to me and ask me questions. Please put a thumbs up if you like it. I would really appreciate that. It'll let me know how it's going. Subscribe, please, because I have other instructional videos, and if I find that I'm missing something, I might update them also. And that'll just, be better for you. Plus, I'm going to be giving free guitar lessons, starting with the A minor pentatonic scale, 5-note scale, 5 positions. I'm going to teach you all 5 positions. It's for beginners, even intermediate players. You might know one part of the neck and another part of the neck, but you might be having some missing spaces. I'm going to fill that up for you. You expert players, you don't need to watch that. You already know what you're doing. All right. Well, thank you. Take care and God bless.